Hello, my wonderful, lovely weirdlings. Welcome to day 4 of the 13 days of Halloween. I am so terribly sorry that I missed yesterday's stream. I had a massive data loss of some videos that were supposed to go for YouTube, and now yesterday's 13 days video doesn't make a whole lot of sense because none of the previous chapters of Frankenstein exist on my channel anymore. So I have to re-record all of that content from last year to get it up. That way chapter 17 is not sitting there all by its lonesome with no context. So, that resulted in a stress-induced migraine. Fun, fun, fun for the whole Halloween family. Well, I suppose that if my tech is going to be cursed at any time of the year, it's going to be this time of the year. So let's just try to roll with the punches. Today, as you can see, I have, for your viewing pleasure, Amanda the Adventurer. Another children's program themed horror game that has been making the rounds for a while now. Let's get started. Why are my hands not working? There's hands. Okay, let's go. Episode 1.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Wooly.
And I love apples. Do you like apples?
Yeah, they're alright.
I'm allergic to apples.
That's okay. You should never be afraid to try something new.
But we don't even know where the store is.
Do you know where the store is?
I don't think that matters. Wooly just told you that he is allergic to apples, Amanda. It's nothing to do with being afraid of trying new things. Anaphylaxis isn't fun. Where's the store? I think I want to go try to climb a tree instead.
Do you know
Never
where
mind.
the store is?
No, I don't, you dumb bitch. I want to go play on the
You know where the
swings.
store is?
Fine.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go. We're at the store.
You're at the
looks
store.
crowded. Bah.
And look, there are apples. Can you see apples? Say apple.
Fine.
Good job. Now we can
Fuck
make
you.
apple pie.
Wow. Thrilling educational content.
Oh, it's you. Okay, we don't have much time. Whatever you do, don't.
Hi everyone, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Wooly.
Today we're going to get meat for Grandma.
But isn't Grandma a vegetarian?
Can you tell us where the butcher is?
Yeah, they get ice
Can you
cream.
tell us where the butcher is?
Ice cream.
The butcher?
Can I click on you? Because I think you're trying to murder me. Okay, never mind.
There it is. Let's go. Hello, meat man. Can you tell the meat man what we need?
Damn it, Glitch Mallow.
Can you tell the meat man what we need? Tell him what we need.
That was a legitimate typo, you dumb cunt.
That's right.
I'm gonna see if she's gonna kill me if I get it wrong 3 times in a row. That wasn't ominous at all! Oh, there's a new tape.
You're right. The treasure map said the woods. Let's go. I think we're close to the treasure now. Aren't you excited, Wooly?
Wooly
I said, aren't you
scared.
excited?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, but we still don't know where the treasure is, buried.
Our friend the GPS said that X marks the spot. Can you see where the X is?
Do I want to answer this honestly? Or do I want to see if she's gonna get spicy with me? That's a question that needs answered.
X marks the spot.
Okay, she doesn't do anything if I click the wrong button.
There it is. Treasure awaits. Looks like the spot.
But how are we supposed to get at it under all the dirt? Bah!
With the shovel that
Luckily,
Amanda
I
brought
brought
to bury
some tools
you
to
after
help
she
us with our
murders you.
adventure. I brought a crowbar, a rope, and a shovel. We already used the crowbar for the door. We used the rope for... And now we only have the shovel. What tool should we use to dig up the treasure?
Your ass?
The shovel. You're right. Now we can dig this up before someone...
Okay, that's enough! Bah! No, I can't let you do this anymore. I don't care what you do to me. You, take the tape out now and destroy them. Burn them. Whatever. Just get rid of these other tapes. Do you hear me? You can't let anyone else watch these. Let anyone... Ah!
That happened. What the hell? Well, I'm awake now. Oh, hey, fellow Zippo fan! Am I supposed to write light or Zippo? I'm gonna write light. Come on, light it. You can do it, mate. Come on. You've got the backup of your juvenile audience. I typed light, not watch. I promise I typed light.
Hello? Yeah, hey, yeah, no, I found it. Yeah, I found the place. It was just off the highway. Yeah, not too far. It wasn't that hard. Yeah, no, they're all, hold on, what? Was I followed? No, no, I don't think so. Who'd be following me? No, nobody was there. It was just me. Yeah, no, the tapes are all destroyed too. They're gone. Every single one. Yeah, no problem. Listen, it's getting late. I really need to get home. I got work tomorrow. So I'll call you when I get back home, okay? Cool. Okay. Have a good night. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.
I do wish that there were subtitles. Because I know that the game volume's probably blowing everybody's eardrums out, but hey, look on the bright side. I was able to hear that creepy-ass message just now.
It's dark out. Let's go home.
Is there anything that I can click on the swing set?
Knock on the door. I want to go inside.
I know better than
Let
to
me
open the door
in.
for a demon. I ain't. Oh, frig, I don't have a chance, do I? So that has definitely been updated since the last time I saw it on YouTube. That was also a very short game. That was a very, very short game. Okay. One moment then, while I change my game category and move on to the next game. Okay. The Baby in Yellow. If this is super short as well, I'm going to be able to do a third game. I may do the last chapter of Scarlet Hollow after Amalga gets back from work, if this one's as short as Amanda the Adventurer was. Or I may do another short horror game. Don't know yet. Anyway. Switching over to the Baby in Yellow. All right. It's time for bed, says the babysitter, and the child responds, "Oh, is that what you think?" Okay. It's all decorated for Halloween. I like that. So cute. Hi there, Hellspawn. Rude. Time to change the baby. Excellent practice for motherhood. How'd you get over there, you little shit? Ooh, I freed a trapped soul. Noise. Alright, come here. Don't stare at me like that. You think I haven't seen a demon baby before? Take care of demon babies all the time. Be right back, kiddo. I freed another soul. I also found a recording.
Snow. A curiosity in July, following such a sweet spring. It started when I took this job, but I was not the first. They are with me.
Interesting.
Night fell the first day, and the hours dragged on. Still we cared for the child. We spoke of Hastur and Casilda in their absence, while outside the fog rolled in as the cloud waves roll and break on the walls.
Interesting.
Oh, the sin of such innocent eyes. Clear as crystal, understood by the ignorant and wise alike. More precious than jewels, more soothing than music, more awful than death.
Very interesting.
Then, as I fell, I knew that the baby in yellow had opened their tattered mantle, and there was only God to cry to now.
Intriguing. Okay. Ooh, another soul. The Prince and the Cat. Sit down to read.
Across the shore, in distant lands, with dark stars overhead, the prince was fast asleep until a cat jumped on his bed.
"I found a secret garden,"
said the cat with much delight. Excitedly they ran outside, explorers in the night. They walked through the golden garden gate.
"Look at the pretty trees.
They walked along the pretty pebble path.
Look at the colourful flowers.
They walked past the fabulous flowing fountain.
Look at the dancing water. Look,
Excuse me.
look, look."
But the prince didn't like the garden and started kicking down the trees.
How
He
rude.
dug up flowers, grabbed the hedges, and pulled off all the leaves. He ruined everything for fun. The cat watched on in fear.
"What a mistake I made.
The cat cried out.
I should never have brought him here."
Sounds to me like the prince is an asshole. Sorry, had to deal with a message. Another household member is washing dishes right now and was asking me if something was dishwasher safe. So yeah. Hello, welcome in. All right. The child has finally passed out. Here, have a cat. Now leave and close the door. And let's see if I can find any more kitty souls to free. Or at least find the key for the loft. The parents' room is locked. Any more cats hanging around that need to be freed? Yes, in fact there is. Did that thing just tell me to hide? Well, there's another soul on top of the TV. I'll go grab that. That's 5 out of 12, and that was not fucking creepy at all. Can we maybe not randomly scream for our mothers? Thank you. Okay. Yes, 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 I'm coming. Hmm? All right, where did the little hellspawn go? Well, he's not in the washing machine. That's good, I suppose. No more teleporting out of bed. Go to sleep. Fucking demon babies. I'm gonna be an excellent mom someday. Night 2. The child. Look, look, isn't it funny? The sitter. I told you not to do that. That just sounds like life with kids. Alright, kiddo. If you're going to fucking hide the bottle on me, you're gonna go to bed without dinner then. See, I knew as soon as I threatened not to feed you, I'd find the damn bottle. Disclaimer, I would not treat an actual baby like this. No. Unleashing demon powers the second I turn my back. What you've got in your diaper for me is scary enough. You got that? What did I tell you? Kids! Alright, where'd it go? Fuck. Okay, legitimately, where did it go? No, really, where is it? I spent too long screaming at the kid, and now I can't find the diaper. Come on, where is it? You are grounded. I don't care if you're only 2. You're grounded. Jesus Christ. Come here. Okay. That message is taken care of, and on. Okay, let's try this a different way. Stay. This one's the Prince and the Rabbit. Here, take your bunny. That looks like it was drawn by the oatmeal. Okay, story time!
When the rabbit came to visit, the prince said time to play. But his big red eyes, they scared her, and she didn't want to stay. Quickly towards the exit, the tiny rabbit hopped. The prince ran right behind her and screamed she must be stopped.
You are testing my patience, sir. My dear tiny little deviling, you're about to be in trouble. As I said,
Through
I've dealt
dark
with demon
corridors he
babies
chased
before.
her. Hop, hop, hop. A relentless, futile flight. Hop, hop, hop. Round and round inside the palace, in and out of space and sight. Hop, hop, hop. The prince, he couldn't catch her. His heart was filled with wrath. The rabbit slipped right out the door and vanished down the path. The prince cried out,
I need new friends. More, now, another.
I'll bring you some, don't worry now, replied his loving, caring mother.
Now don't be a little shit tonight, you hear me? Not entirely sure why I need that. I'm sure I'll figure it out later. Now then.
Snow. A curiosity and
Oh, I already listened to that. Never mind. Okay, well. Ominous. I can open the toy box now. Alright, I need to be a little further back. Boop. Missed. I was always trash at basketball. Hey, I got one! Boop. 2 in a row? Nice. Of course my luck wasn't going to last. I wonder if something happens if I get enough baskets. I don't care enough. I know nothing about the sports ball. I just got the damn baby to sleep. Huh. Okay. Hmm. Who's delivering Amazon parcels at midnight, and why are there pieces of the rabbit plush? And why is the baby's door locked? This child. Is that the right table? Okay. Well, that's ominous. Where's the baby? I legitimately, for reals, do not trust this shit. He's already asleep? I don't trust you. I don't trust this for a second. Never trust a sleeping baby. Gonna put some cheese. Gonna put some ham. Gonna put some tomato. Gonna close the fridge. Gonna put some bread and make the toasty. I did not appreciate being jump scared like that, thank you. Damn it, child! Which room? There. I would tell you where to go, but you're clearly already acquainted. And I'm trying to have one of these on purpose. A baby, I mean, not necessarily a demon. Kid! Now you're just trying to intimidate me and it's not going to work.
It was cold throughout the palace. The moon shone bright outside. The wind, it blew and blew. Oh no! The curtains flew open wide. The little prince was in his bed and couldn't get to sleep. So he called out for his mother, "Please go and find my sheep."
Excuse me.
"I'm thirsty," said the prince. So the sheep fetched a drink. "I'm dirty," said the prince. So the sheep changed his clothes. "I'm tired," said the prince. "Let me count you. 1, 2, 3. "Just one more thing," said the prince. "Before I drift to sleep." He opened up his big red eyes and turned to face the sheep. "Come join me in my dreams. Stay forever in my head."
I'd rather not.
Obediently, the sheep stepped forth, its mind consumed by dread.
I have a sneeze stuck.
Good night.
I'm gonna replay this here in a minute. I want to see, one, if there's other endings, and two, I want to see if I can find the key for that. Oh, there's an escape unlocked. Follow the white rabbit and escape from the baby. Okay. I am, however, going to take a quick washroom break first. I will be right back. Might as well run an ad while I go. That way, the next one doesn't fuck us up. Hey, I am back. Thanks for being patient with me. Let's get a different ending. Okay, no need for that yet, I suppose. Let me see if there are any. Nope. I don't think there are any more cat statues for the moment. That's fine. Here. Alright. Down you go. Why am I babysitting you again after what you did last time? Am I the only babysitter who's still willing to deal with your bullshit? Disclaimer, do not shake babies in real life. Pixels and code are way more sturdy than flesh and bone. There you go. Storybook time.
Across the shore, in distant lands, with dark stars overhead, the prince was fast asleep until a cat jumped on his bed.
I found a secret garden,
Said the cat with much delight. Excitedly they ran outside, explorers in the night. They walked through the golden garden gate.
Look at the pretty trees.
They walked along the pretty pebble path.
Look at the colourful flowers.
They walked past the fabulous flowing fountain.
Look at the dancing water. Look, look, look.
But the prince didn't like the garden and started kicking down the trees. He dug up flowers, grabbed the hedges, and pulled off all the leaves. He ruined everything for fun. The cat watched on in fear.
What a mistake I made.
The cat cried out.
I should never have brought him here.
Are these storybooks about you? Yeah, I think they are. Well, that was unexpected. Is the recording the same?
Snow.
Yep. Oh. There the key is. Interesting taste in art. Yeah, this isn't scary at all. Interesting. Black cat approaches. March 2023. Interesting. I need to free 6 more souls, but I have not yet found any more cat statues. Oh well. Oh, hi, Malga. How are you doing? You have to tell me about your day after stream? Alright, leave messages in Skype. I'll see them later. It was really slow today, so you got out early? Fair enough. I mean, there's a big festival going on, so it makes sense that people would be there eating fair food rather than coming in to order pizza. Hey, kiddo. Let's put your little demon ass back in bed, shall we? Now, remember what I said about teleporting downstairs and causing trouble when you're supposed to be going to sleep. Because you're making a choice right now, and I don't think it's a good one. Put your head on the pillow, shut the fuck up, and let us both get some Z's. Good fucking night. I promise I like kids. As soon as you decided to close up was when everybody decided to go and have pizza. Mm-hmm. That sounds about right, too. Okay. I'm still trying to figure out what that escape is. Oh. I could just fuck off? I could just fuck right off? Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get to just fuck off. I think this might not be an elevator. I think it might be a hellavator. Quickly towards the exit, the tiny rabbit hopped. He literally had signs up saying you did close. Yeah, I know, right? I've worked in customer service before. Ah, heck. Elevator accident. That's a crushed spinal column. Oh, hey, look, a soul. Oh, Fuck you. I mean, not actually, but, like, really? Come here, little one. Let me just grab this soul. Honestly, I'm more interested in looking for souls at the moment. The 3. I've got to get 12 eventually. Oh. Missing record, you say? I bet this does something. Music calms the savage beast and all, I guess? Okay, where's that little pig? Okay, he will eventually spawn here on the bed, I know. In fact, I think that might be the next place he spawns. Or not. Hello, you sweet little infant. Sweet, adorable baby child. Who's absolutely not driving me completely batty. Child? Where are you? Ah, a different record. Maybe this is the right one. I guess not. Ah. Okay. Okay. Not piano music? There's piano music. Okay. Interesting. Sorry, I know I'm not being very talkative right now, but I'm just distracted by how good this game is at the moment. Which way do I go? Do I get in the elevator? Turns out. Okay. I'm really just gonna walk in and fuck around in an electrical room? Wrong fuse. Okay, I need to find a pink fuse. I'm just gonna free that soul real quick first. Alright, pink fuses. Child. How can I stop the baby from stealing fuses? This is probably a stupid idea. Yeah, it was a stupid idea. How did it stop the baby from stealing the fuses? Drop a fuse there. Because I know what the heck's gonna happen. Drop the fuse there. Let me grab a couple of the pink fuses as well. Because I'm probably gonna need them. Now. Okay. First number are 4 and 3. I put the baby in a locker and it didn't help. The baby teleported out. I think the answer's behind this lock, but I have to break the code first. Oh my gosh! Yeetus the fetus. Oh my goodness. That was awful and I loved it. Drop the baby like a bad habit? Yep, pretty much. Okay, I need to find keys. Wonderful. Oh God. don't think the baby appreciated the jokes. I don't think so either. Oh, fuck. Triangle, triangle, triangle. Didn't match. Shit, nuggets. Moon. Triangle, 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 triangle. Didn't match? How did that not match? How did it not match? I cannot lose any speed here. Okay, moon. Okay, this is a trick question. 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 Where's the key? I'm dead. There's no matching key for the triangle. It matched, it just didn't hit? Okay, I'll try it again. Thanks, Amalga. I should have worn my heart rate monitor tonight. I don't trust this. Okay, I'm going to make a note that the key's there. And there's a key there too. This is suspicious. You know what? I'll be with you in a moment, child. Okay, it requires a heart key. am not picking this child up. He can stay a tired boy. Rude! Okay, fine, fine, fine. I found a soul. I'm gonna get away eventually. I am not sitting here for this. Bruh. I don't know why I'm carrying this train. Fuck the train. Do I have to... Okay, how? How do I continue? You know what? It helped me to focus on something that wasn't the TV head baby in that hall. Yeah, that's why I started looking at the floor as much as possible. Maybe I do yeet the baby. I'm gonna yeet the baby. Disclaimer, do not yeet a real baby. Shit. Anyway, moving on. Oh. frick? Yeah, I'd say the baby has a grudge over being yeeted. Anyway, I am going to not play like a total fuck up this time. Open, damn you. And I'm stuck! Fuck you! Okay, open, lock. Shit. Alright, that's soul number 11. Hey, cowards live longer. Ah! Fuck you. Run, little rabbit, you're not the only one. There will always be more. How ominous. The Black Cat Approaches, March 2023. Ooh. Not bad at all. I will be playing this again when more endings come out. That was fun. Alright, as promised, if that was a short game, and it was, I was going to... Where's the last soul? I'm not sure. I don't want to play it again to find the last soul yet. But I will do that later. In the meantime, I need another washroom break, and as promised, since it was a short game, I am going to switch over and do the next chapter of Scarlet Hollow. I will record it off stream. Alright, I'm gonna run an ad while I run off to use the washroom. See you in a moment. Alright, I am pretty much back. I'm just getting Scarlet Hollow loaded up. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being patient with me. I've been having some issues with my stomach the last couple of days. I'm not sure if it's something I ate or what, but it just hasn't been quite right. So thank you for being patient with me while I take multiple washroom breaks through the course of the stream. Come on, Scarlet Hollow, you can do it. Yay! And Scarlet Hollow. Alright. I am going to use keyboard and mouse controls today because I had so much issue yesterday. I may have to unplug my controller to do it. Okay. Just left click everything then. Alright, let's go. Chapter 3. So this is gonna be the last Scarlet Hollow until episode 4 comes out. Which should be soon, I think. If I remember correctly. Let me just check that real quick. And when is episode 4 coming out? They're hoping to have it out by Halloween, according to their most recent update, it looks like. So, hopefully, they'll make it and I can feature more Scarlet Hollow later. Alright. Do we want to see a recap? Sure, let's do a recap. We might as well. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides, the funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, something you shouldn't ignore. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Only a few rooms accessible. Ah, yes. I got into the secret wing in episode 1. There was piano music playing. I explored, but I didn't find any. Well, I found something, but that something disappeared into the shadows, and I never caught that something. And the deer with the tumor in massive quotes. And I picked up Gretchen. And I picked up the flashlight with the other hand. And managed to save them both. Boom! Shot it in the butt cheek. Yay! Oh, yeah, I also punched one of them in the face. I forgot about that. Ditchlings! They're a terrible omen. And then we had a sleepover with Stella. And Tabitha acted like a total bitch. And we made friends with Avery. Oh yeah, and the thing with Rosalina. And the doctor lady that I don't heckin' trust. Go fuck yourself, Wayne. Isaac has my number. We found the kids in the mine. That happened. Foreshadowing that the mine was going to collapse on everybody, and the house being haunted and all that. The 3 girls disappeared. The Tommyknockers incident. I remember all of this. Ah, yes, and this happened. All right, time to wake up. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as your eyes flit open. You manage to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mine still stuck to your skin. Definitely going to take a shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, it is clean. You scrub ferociously, trying as much to scrape the memories from your skin as though they're a part of the physical dirt that coats you. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start the day. I'm gonna check on the opossum. There are 2 of them now. Are you making babies? Are there gonna be baby opossums? That's adorable. I want to see baby opossums. I wave at them and they look up at me. Close the dresser. I'm not going to pet them. Look out the window. Okay. Might as well check the closet. Alright. And message the group chat. Morning! How are you guys holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. You've done everything you wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou-Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. Tabitha's gaze swivels from the woman to you, her glare intensifying. Hi, I'm Mallow. Good morning, I'm Janie. Just here to do my little weekly cleaning, whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations, or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie. It's so nice to finally meet you, Mallow. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Janie. But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are two completely different things, I suppose. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha, what with everything. Janie. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Any updates on Rosalina? Yeah, they had to take her foot. You're lucky that wasn't you. What were you thinking going down there without me? Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. I'll be out of here in a couple of minutes. I feel like shit from last night, and I still have to wrap up my morning routine. Given your track record, if I let you out of my sight, you'd probably just disappear into the wilderness, only to return in the middle of the night after burning down City Hall. She's an absolute twat waffle, and she has no sense of morality or pride in herself. Frankly, if she wants to let the estate fall to pieces, she bloody well can. Hopefully it falls down around her ears and knocks her out, and the rescuers don't bother to try to find her. In which case, I inherit the land, sell it, and forget any of this ever happened. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. As you ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Mallow, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. I'd love to chat, but I'd hate to interrupt your work. I'm in town for another few days, though, if you've got time. Of course. Feel free to swing by the church any old time. Daniel and I are always there. Except when I'm working, of course, but Daniel's usually there regardless. All right, let's go. Bye, Janie. Be safe out there, you two. What was strange from her? Her morality and pride in herself? That's assuming she ever had any. I'm not so convinced at the minute. The ride to town is uneventful, your cousin unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. All right, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. See you later. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. Oh, neat. What kind of tea? I don't know. The kind Sybil makes. She makes a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know what all of it's called. Quit interrogating me about tea blends. Jeez. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. I'm glad she's finally letting loose. She's been so measured since I met her. Maybe her family will finally stop taking advantage of her. Her family is taking advantage of her because she lets them, not because she's normally measured and composed. A display like this means nothing if she's still here next year, and yet again the year after that. If anything, it just tightens the ties that bind her here. I think you're only saying that because you want to leave. So why are you still here? I have responsibilities. If I'm not here, if I don't do my job, all of these lives are effectively over. Oh, you think you're such a fucking saint, don't you? Good morning, you two. I hope you're well. I hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Mallow, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. Oh, I see. Gotta fill up the old stash, huh, Tabby? Gotta get your prescription filled, so to speak? Picking up some of the devil's lettuce? What are you talking about? I'm saying maybe you would be happier if you did smoke a bowl, you miserable twat! Mallow is implying you're here to buy marijuana, dear. What? You think I'm some kind of stoner? You'd be happier if you were... Anyway. What's going on here? Is there enough for what? What is going on? Well, you've never seen the man beside Duke before, but whoever he is, he's big. If it ain't Mallow. Bo, this is Miss Scarlett's cousin. They were there with Stella that night in the woods. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mallow. My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. Hope you've been faring better since all that unpleasantness. How's Birdie doing? Oh, she's hanging in there. Too bad there's no vet in town anymore. Not that I'm certain a vet could do her much good. We got her comfortable, at least. We got her set up in a closet with a heat lamp. Been trying to feed her all her favorite foods, scrambled eggs and whatnot, but she hasn't been too interested. At least she's not out in them woods. How have you been? You hanging in there? Oh, I can't complain. Now that we know what's been getting at the chickens, one of them things won't so much as step foot on my property. Not with Bo and me watching the perimeter with our shotguns at the ready. We even set the missus up with her pistol. Good thing we was watching. Nearly caught Julius trying to make off with Big Betty. As if he could have carried off a nearly 2,000-pound pumpkin on his own. I'd almost love to see him try. It's not like... Oops, I accidentally... Now all she's good for is making the world's largest pumpkin pie. I don't think Mama has a tin big enough for a Betty-sized pie, Daddy. Who's Julius? Julius Tremaine. He practically spits the name. Some cousin, however many times removed, though I don't claim him as kin. He owns the farm next to ours, except he doesn't seem to have a good grasp on whose property's whose. Thinks he owns half our land, always sneaking around and taking vegetables we planted. Of course, the way he tells it, we're the ones stealing from him and saying he's the one putting seeds in the ground. He's a miserable old cuss, and he knows it too. Stealing vegetables born of other folks' hard labor is probably the only joy he has in life. Have you seen any of those creatures around your farm? Yeah, we saw a few of those things. They got scared off before I could start shooting. Nasty little buggers. We've all been losing sleep making sure we can keep an eye on things. It's even rubbing off on the hens. None of the little ladies been laying this week. Alright, see you soon, Amalka. You know, Daddy, I bet some big mastiff could keep them things away. This seems like just the kind of job for a guard dog. Now, don't you start again. We ain't getting a dog. I got enough mouths to feed, and as much as you say you'll take responsibility, I know it'd be me cleaning up after it. Besides, I don't got much faith in those things would be stopped by a dog. I saw more than a few in that nest. Those things we saw on Monday are apparently called ditchlings. They're supposed to be a bad omen. Ditchlings? Sounds like some old folk tale. Suppose that suits them. As for being an omen, I believe that too. But I suppose there's not much to be done if they're forewarning some kind of disaster besides looking out for me and mine. Still, I appreciate you telling me, Mallow. Nice seeing you, Duke. It was a pleasure running into you, but we best get on with our shopping. Can't spend too long away from the farm with those little devils running around. Can't leave Mama all by herself up there for very long. You have a good one. Hope Scarlet Hollow treats you better from now on. Okay. And they shuffle off into the aisles to do their errands. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Stella overslept. Isaac's from the mine. Out behind the diner? Okay. I have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. I am definitely going to go see Isaac's first. Welcome back, Amalga. You hold the bells on the door to the general store, quieting them while you make a silent exit. You find Isaac smoking out by the dumpsters behind Winnie's diner. Thought you weren't going to show. Well, here I am. Listen, I don't have a lot of time to talk, especially with you. I put two and two together. I know you're related to the boss, and the other guys are all riled up. They're talking action. If they saw me out here with you, they'd think I was some kind of scab. But none of them will listen to me, especially now. They've all got bigger things to worry about than a single missing miner. I haven't forgotten about him, though. Anything you want to know? Just ask. What kind of action? Isaac glances around. They're talking about a strike, but you didn't hear it from me. So, Tabitha was dating an employee. Yeah, wasn't the first time either. I knew some of the other fellas she dated. They said she was the coldest woman they've ever met. Had a habit of dropping him a few months in before picking up the next poor son of a bitch who fell for her wiles. I guess us coal boys are pretty desperate, especially when a woman of means like that approaches you. You never know if you're going to be the one who lucks out and locks down that old family wealth. Guess Wayne wasn't lucky. Wayne's not missing. I keep running into him. But why wouldn't he come tell me he's alright? Where's he staying? Why is he hiding from everybody? It just doesn't sound like him. I'm not sure the man you think is Wayne is really him. I don't think he's alright. There's something going on with him. Like, medically. Medically? Jesus, I hope he's getting treatment. Maybe that's why he's been distant. Why would he be following me, though? Damned if I know. I didn't even know you existed until yesterday. I suppose Tabitha could have told him about you, so maybe he's trying to get to someone close to his ex. Seems like a pathetic move to me, but relationships change people. Maybe even a man like Wayne can be broken by somebody like her. Did anything happen to him at the mines? Find any weird stuff? Uncover anything that wasn't meant to be uncovered? I don't think so. The few shifts he was picking up were all above ground, mostly operating machinery. Pretty cushy stuff, to be honest. Do you think Tabitha did something to him? Yes, I do. That or maybe Pearl Ann. I don't know what it would be, but something happened up at that house. The week it went down, everybody was so up in arms about Miss Pearl Ann's death, almost nobody cared about the fact that some transplant miner had gone missing. Do you know how Pearl Ann died? Heard it was natural causes, died in her sleep. She was old and a smoker. Figured her lungs finally gave up on her. What was he like? He was a light-hearted kind of guy, always joking around on the job. Amazing fellow to grab beers with. Not keen on hard work, so it wasn't too strange when he barely picked up any shifts once that relationship started. I'm sure he saw her as a bit of a meal ticket, so maybe he wasn't too smart, but he was a good friend. Closest one I had. Isaac sighs, taking one long last drag of his cigarette. I appreciate you coming by to talk. I can't say I'm happy with what you've told me, but I'm glad somebody is looking into this. Seems like everybody else was perfectly happy to sweep it under the rug. Isaac tosses his cigarette butt. It goes without saying that you'd better not go telling anyone we talked. And if you see him, or whoever it is pretending to be him, tell him his buddy is worried about him, all right? Isaac heads back inside, and you find yourself alone again. I am going to go after Kanika next. A disused parking lot hidden behind the shuttered shops on Main Street. She's alone in the back of her van. As she notices you looking on the edge of the parking lot and waves, her troubled expression brightening into a smile. Hey, who made it? Hop on in. Sorry if you stopped in to find me at the store. I'm, taking a mental health day. Plus I feel like ass. I'm exhausted and a little out of it. Must have inhaled too much coal dust last night. Do you think something in the mines made you sick? Kanika reflects on your question and shudders. I was chalking it up to spending too much time breathing in that old mine dust, but with whatever happened to Wayne, I don't want to think about it. Are you sick? I'm tired, but I don't think I'm sick. Okay, that's a relief. Normal sick and coal dust-induced asthma I can handle. Skin melting off? Not so much. What's going on with you and your folks? She sighs. Are you sure you want me to get into it? I don't want to dump all that drama on you. Of course, I'm here for you. Thanks, Mallow. I really appreciate that. Especially since you were there last night, you'll really get it. Coming out of something like that unscathed and knowing not everyone was so lucky. Ooh, survivor's guilt. That is a heck of a feeling. There's no way to really imagine how that feels until it's happened to you. So after everything that happened, I had to deal with my brother. He really made me feel like I was the bad guy, especially once we got home. Like what happened to Rosalina was my fault. And Mum didn't help. She never does. She always takes his side, saying he's young and allowed to make mistakes. Mistakes that I could never dream of getting away with. When we told her what happened, she just said the same shit she always does about family and getting along and sent us to bed with tea. Her favorite method of conflict resolution. As if a little hot leaf water ever really helped anybody. What's the deal with her and tea anyways? I don't know if you've seen the sign in the tea room, but apparently tea is life. It's like she thinks she's some kind of witch. It kinda boiled over this morning, though. She wound up blaming me for letting Miles sneak off into the mines, saying that if I'd been working like I was supposed to, he wouldn't have gotten in trouble. Like I'm supposed to be in charge of a sullen teenager every second of the day. While working. And it's not like I don't care. I'm always stressing out about that kid, or the store, or the million other little things that I'm supposed to be dealing with. None of this should be on me. These are the best years of my life, and I'm wasting them in this dying town, keeping a store afloat while my mom just messes around with her little herbs or whatever. I'd made it out of here, damn it. I'd gotten into grad school. I was good at it. I was going to graduate with honors and everything. But Dad died, and I came back for the funeral. Then I had to stick around just to help Mom sort out a few things. First it was a month, then 2. And now here I am, over a year later, and those few things became my life. I don't want to be this person. If I could, I'd just drive this van all the way to the coast, lie down on the beach, and never come back. It sounds like your family is holding you back on purpose. Like they're scared that if you leave, you'll never come back again, and they'll crumble without you. And they have no right to hold you back like this. You have no idea how much I needed to hear that. They really make me feel nuts sometimes, just for wanting to live my own life and to make my own decisions about my future instead of the future of the family. Like just because I was born into this family, I should be saddled with all its responsibilities. I should just leave. Maybe tomorrow. Stella made all those ghost hunting plans. I can't just skip out on her like that. But yeah, tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. And yeah, you can come with. And of course I feel like an asshole for talking about all this now, the morning after a mine collapse. But I guess that's what pushed all this over the edge. Nothing like a major disaster to make you question the direction your life is taken, right? Have you heard about what happened to Rosalina? They apparently had to do an amputation. Holy shit, I knew that injury looked serious, but I didn't think it'd be that bad. Poor kid. I guess it's good we all got out of there. It probably could have gone a lot worse. But that's easy for me to say. I'm not the one in the hospital right now. It's just not fair. Are we still going over to Reese's place today? Oh right, with everything going on I almost forgot. Yeah, I think that's around 4. Here's hoping he's still up for it. I'm dying to know what he's been up to in that little dungeon room of his. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about the guy, even with everything else that's been going on. I don't trust his mom. I don't either. Things just don't add up with the two of them. Any tips for making a good first impression? I don't think you need to worry about making a good impression. If I know Reese, he'll be way too worried about his own shit to even think to be offended by anything you say. Even if you insult his art, he'd probably just think you deserved it, poor guy. Don't do that, by the way. It would be like kicking a puppy. What kind of art does he do? Really dark stuff. It's good, though. The guy's terrible at getting it out there. Not that I blame him, but it's the sort of stuff that'll blow up the second he dies. Which, hopefully, won't be for a very long time. Sorry to get a little macabre. I wouldn't have met you if you hadn't stuck around, so it's not all bad, you know? Yeah, I guess some good things can come up from messed up situations. I'm serious, by the way. If I leave town tomorrow, when I leave town tomorrow, you should come with me. It sounds like the miners are going to strike. Long time coming. Good for them. I hope they take your cousin to the cleaner. So, ghost hunting tonight. It's why I'm still here, right? I'm still pretty sure there are no such things as ghosts, but I'm starting to lose a little bit of that conviction. After last night, and after seeing those ditchlings in the road, Kanika visibly shudders. Here's hoping it's just the pipes or something. I don't need to see any more supernatural shit this week. I'm just looking forward to helping Oscar feel safe in his house. Whether there's a ghost or not, I want him and Rosalina to feel comfortable moving back in. Same here. That poor kid. I just hope this hasn't been too traumatic for her. Share a quiet moment. Almost forgot it's Mayor Jimmy Day. Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar. Meet you all there in half an hour. Wow, I totally blanked on the Mayor Jimmy thing. It's almost like we just went through a traumatic event or something and I'm not on top of my schedule. But Stella's right. This gives us a chance to meet up with Oscar. And Mayor Jimmy's awful cute. Why is meeting the mayor such a big event? You'll find out soon enough. I won't spoil the fun. Anyway, we'll chill with Mayor Jimmy, go to Reese's for dinner, and then do some ghost hunting tonight. Thank God we have so much going on today. I really needed the distraction. And thanks for letting me vent earlier. It helped. Shall we? You and Kanika make your way to the library. It's busier than usual, and a small crowd has formed in the corner of the main foyer. Yeah, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Mallow to the mayor for like the entire time I've known them. It'll be worth it. Trust us. Alright, shall we? He's a dog. Doggo! You can tell this dog is the mayor from the little sash in his fancy top hat. He has a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. You haven't met the serious man by his side, but you have to assume that he's the mayor's handler. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. The best mayor? Absolutely the best mayor. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You reach forward to take the mayor's little paw in your hand, but his burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking. Only head pats and ear scratches allowed. I'm so glad no one ruined the surprise. This town has had a dog as mayor since the early 1900s. That's just how we do things around here for some reason. It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all my friends, and Winnie's Biscuits. Oh, and the close-knit small-town community, of course. I was gonna say, Mayor Jimmy looks a little bit like Tesla. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth, no contest. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Whoa, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle. Miss Richmond, I'm gonna have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, struggling to hold Gretchen back. Kanika is quick to follow. It looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Whoever he is, you can feel his desperation to make a good first impression, a self-sustained and self-fulfilling prophecy. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Mallow? Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. Oh, I doubt Pearl Ann's in a better place. It sounds like she was awful. I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Most people are good deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead. Speak ill of whoever I want to speak ill of. People in town seem to think there's something wrong with you, you know. Are they calling me creepy again? I've heard some folks like to tell little jokes like that. Folks in this town sure have an interesting sense of humor. But it's really funny. Anyway, I just thought I'd offer to lend an ear if you ever needed to talk about your feelings about Pearl Ann's passing, or your mother's passing for that matter. I'm not really religious. There's no need to have a religious background. Counseling is much more about giving people an opportunity to be heard. I'm not going to try to convert you or anything. I just want to help support the fine folks of this community and their families in any way I can. And that includes you. No pressure, of course. But if you ever... Oh my god, stop talking. The pastor leaves you be and joins the long line to see the mayor. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. Oh my god. Poor Rosalina. I can't even imagine how scary this has been for her. She seems in high spirits right now, but they've got her on some pretty strong pain medication, so I'm not sure how she's going to feel when that wears off. I love this town, too. And it was the whole foot. Yeah, it's bad. But she's alive. We'll both be able to move on from this. We just have to get through the tough parts first. We're here for you, man. Thank you, all of you. Everything feels like it happened so fast. I know our whole lives have changed, but it's taking my mind a little bit to catch up. I feel like such a mess. I hope it isn't keeping me from being the dad she needs right now. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I'd better get going. I was only supposed to come back to pick up a few things, but then the hospital called and said there'd been some big bus accident on the highway and they needed the bed, so I have to come pick her up. Even though our house is still haunted and the only place she can lie down until then is the dirty back room that drove her away in the first place, and Mayor Jimmy Day is happening. Sorry. I'm just a little overwhelmed. It's okay, Oscar. We're here to help. Yeah, we're gonna get that ghost. We could always go ahead and do a ghost bust or whatever we're calling it while we're out, and she'd be able to go right back to her old room as soon as she got back. And that's probably a good idea, right? If only, but it doesn't come out during the day. So any busting attempts are going to have to wait until nightfall. I'm still not even sure we can get rid of it at all. I think I'd have to see for myself that it was gone. It managed to trick me a couple of times, and I can't handle any more surprises right now. I've got every ghost hunting device known to man. You're in good hands, Oscar. Don't worry, Oscar. We'll fix this. Heck yeah, we will. Yeah, whatever this is, we'll get to the bottom of it. Tonight. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm heading out. It should be dark by the time we get back, so I suppose I'll see y'all then. Well, maybe you should have told the owners that you were living in the attic, Amalga. Oscar hurries off, car keys jingling as he jogs out the door. Let's head up to Reese's. Maybe we can get him to come ghost hunting with us. Oh no, you're not going to try to get Dr. Kelly to let him leave the house, are you? She'll kick us out for even asking. I wonder if he even knows what happened last night. I don't know how disconnected he is from the news around town. Geez, what should we tell him? I don't know. Maybe we just play it by ear. Anyway, shall we? Time to go. So I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving these little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. He and Janie keep trying to make me go to church. Yeah, it's like I said, not a lot of people go to church around here. It's not like the folks in this town aren't Christians, but he's so creepy. No one wants to sit in the pews in that rundown old church and listen to that guy. Plus, the guy was grinning through the entirety of my dad's funeral. What a ghoul. And I don't mean that in a stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. That's exactly how I would describe it, too. The whole town feels the same way. Now that I think about it, he must be pretty lonely. He can look for friends somewhere else. Alright, shall we head out? Alright, dinner time. He's probably involved in... Yeah, I think he's involved. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? It's too late. The door swings open. Hey, Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Mallow, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the Mallow updates. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella. And you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those Easy Chew dog jerkies stashed away. But we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Anika nervously tugs Stella away towards her van. Well, what about you, Mallow? Are you coming in? Oh, sure. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and this unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing. So how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around in my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner, and you can leave my house and go on about your business. From what I can see in the background, it is good art. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. Oh, we still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool. We'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. That is good art. On the creepy side, but what's wrong with that? You can't take all of them, Amalga. I want a few. I'm quite partial to the skeleton lady that's in progress, actually. You'll share? Okay. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense. Kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately, haven't been cleaning much. Do you need us to sneak you out of here? This place feels like a prison. Unfortunately, the prison we're dealing with here is my body, not my room. Are you sure there's nothing we can do? Your company is plenty. It's so nice to have living people down here for a change. You know we'd visit more often if your mom let us. Did she tell you she turned us away yesterday? She said we couldn't even talk to you. It's a little controlling. You came by yesterday? She didn't even tell me. But I was probably asleep, that's all. She didn't want to wake me up. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything. Not to cast any doubt on that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows that's how I show my friends I appreciate them, and she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances. Not gonna lie, it felt weird. I don't know, my body is pretty particular when it comes to food. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat, so... Okay, maybe it does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could really mess me up, so she has to regulate my food. What are you sick with? Sorry, Reese. Mallow's pretty direct. We don't have to talk about your illness. It's okay. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it has been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time. No one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Dang, Reese. I may be a goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. I mean, chronic illness does that to you. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. If you need someone to pose for your paintings this week, that's kind of you to offer. If you're okay with hanging out at weird hours, I'd love for you to come by and sit for me. It's been a long time since I was able to draw anyone but myself, and I'd really appreciate the company. Has Stella told you everything that's happened the past couple of days? She's told me all about what you guys have found out there. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know, he gestures in futility toward the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick, you know that. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they look like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been looking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. I agree to disagree with you there. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. What do you think of my cousin? She's always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. Or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. What do you think's been going on with Wayne? Who? You know, the guy who's been following Mallow around being all ominous. Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look. For all our sakes. Do you think the town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what it's like out there. There could be rioting on Main Street, and if Stella or the doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I'd hope so, but the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. Dinner's gotta be ready by now, right? Almost on cue, Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands. With soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc. Yes, ma'am. You make your way towards the sink, but you're stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a hospital waiting room. But more than that, you feel something radiating out behind it, something dark and cold. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air, and you feel strange. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand, your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well? I'm just cleaning this doorknob. Dr. Kelly narrows her eyes with suspicion. Worry less about cleaning my doorknobs and more about cleaning your hands. Come on, everyone's waiting on you. You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind this door. Oh, no, you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. I don't trust this bitch. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly keeps eyes on all of you, with sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far end of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. It's a position of authority, where her height gives her a vantage point over everyone else. No one at this table does anything without her noticing. It almost feels like, despite the presence of your friends, this is strictly a conversation between you and the doctor. Given her protectiveness towards Reese, you find it odd that he's seated between the two of you, rather than the other way around. It's almost as though she's guarded, not only towards you and Stella and Kanika, but towards her son as well. Pills. She slides a few tablets toward Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is this pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I work too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know No, thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. You didn't tell me they came by yesterday. You were asleep. I didn't want them to wake you up. But you could have told me. Why? They were coming over today anyway. I'd just rather know these things. Noted. Noted, but she won't do anything about it. Her son will remain in the dark. You know, I think I saw a video online about a family like yours. Turns out the mom had been poisoning her kid for 18 years. The dinner table goes quiet. Oh yeah, I think I saw that one too. Wild stuff. Is that so? Silence returns. Seconds feel drawn out like minutes. Aside from Reese's mom staring down the table, nobody is making eye contact with anyone else. How well do you know Tabitha? Not very. I'd know her a lot better if your family didn't seem to be so afraid of doctors. I can count on one hand the number of times she's been in my office. No wonder everyone but that old Edwardine died so young. Hopefully your mother was better about taking you to doctor's visits. I wouldn't be surprised if there was something genetic at play, and it's much better to catch those things early. Hair so tense you couldn't even cut it with a knife? Maybe. Making things tense is my specialty. Besides, if she's gonna be a cunt, I'll be a cunt right back. What were Stella and Kanika like as kids? Noisy and messy, like all kids. And they always had those little projects, videos or crafts or animal rescues, whatever it was that captured their imaginations that week. So like I said, noisy and messy. Didn't we bring a dead squirrel into your house once? Oh god, not the squirrel. I remember that squirrel. Didn't you think the doc could Frankenstein it back to life or something? I was like 12. I was very susceptible to what I saw in media, and very sad about that squirrel. That's one of those things that keeps me up at night. I still feel guilty about bringing that thing into your house, Dr. Kelly. I'm just glad you didn't make it a habit. Food's really good. Then please send a letter thanking the mass manufacturer of the spaghetti sauce and pasta. I just heated them up. And I don't like wasted air at the dinner table, so keep your vaguely polite niceties to yourself while the rest of us finish our plates. What? Fine, I'm gonna make shit awkward again. So why didn't you want me poking around the clinic? You seem awfully guarded about me checking out that door. Because it's closed. Doctors don't usually just let people walk around their clinics. Of course, Dr. Kelly, we would never. I'm sure Mallow's just joking, right, Mallow? You know, I can't say I ever felt drawn to the place before, but the secrecy is starting to make it feel awfully compelling. Stella, don't you think of getting any ideas from Mallow. No one is playing hide-and-seek in my private offices. Not today, not ever. Mallow, she doesn't need any more bad influences. Yeah, but what if it's haunted? This place was built out of an old Civil War hospital, right? It was a TB clinic, too. Double haunted. I can't believe I never went ghost hunting here. Are you sure you don't want us to check it out? We'll have a whole bunch of extra experience after tonight. It's not haunted, now drop it. This sauce face like lead-filled paint. Jarred sauces often do. The more you talk, the less you feel like you're having a conversation, and the more you feel like you're treading on eggshells. Have you ever seen a dead body? What kind of question is that? I'm a doctor, of course I've seen a dead body. I have, in fact, seen many dead bodies. She's also the Scarlet Hollow coroner, so she's seen the dead body of she's seen the dead body of everyone who's died in Scarlet Hollow, at least in the past few decades. I'm not a coroner, I'm a medical examiner. A coroner is an elected official. I'm just a doctor licensed to do autopsies. But it's not something I have to do very often, and it's not exactly what I'd call dinner talk, so let's drop it, shall we? The tension at the dinner table reaches a breaking point. Alright, that's enough. Dr. Kelly is interrupted by Reese before she can finish her thought. So I was wondering if we could maybe watch a movie sometime this week while Mallow is still in town? We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever gonna change. How far is that stick up there? Must be real painful at this point to sit with it. Yeah, I know, right? I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix... Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it, I knew it. I knew this would be too much. It wouldn't have been too much if you weren't being a twat. We can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I'm his doctor and his mother. You seem like one of those weirdly incestuous boy moms like you see in all the mama groups on Facebook. It's starting to creep me out. And the fact that you clearly are a Munchausen's by proxy case. This is not normal. I don't trust you. She sucks at being both a doctor and a mom, exactly. Get in the way of what? Get in the way of you trying to bang the son that wouldn't, so you'd poison him instead? Shit, this woman is creepy. I hope the ditchlings get her. Right, we're going. It's got something to do with those pills she gave him. Don't think we don't know something is up here. Yeah. I don't care what you think. I just want you out so I can take care of my son. You want us out so you can kill your son. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Do you really think Misa's mom is poisoning him? If she is, I swear to God. She wouldn't. That's just too horrible. Who could do something like that to their own kid, and for so long? No, there's no way. You're all just barking up the wrong tree. It seems far-fetched, and it's definitely rare, but I don't think we can rule it out. Something weird happened when I went to wash my hands. It was like I was forced to try to break into the clinic. Forced how? It was like something was making me go there. I wonder, was it like that carving in the pit last night? Before you had that seizure, it was kind of like you were hypnotized. I didn't really have a good angle from the top of that ladder, but I guess I'll take your word on it. Hypnotism seems like a step up from what we've been dealing with, though. I mean, I don't know. A lot happened last night, but the whole thing was very trance-like. Yeah, I guess it was kind of similar. What if there's another carving in there? That'd be so weird. If there is, I wonder if it'd give you another vision. Maybe these things have something to do with the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. Reese is a ditchling and the doctor is using the ditchling to replace her son. Possible. Yes, you are breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic with us. Did either of you get the impression that Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese? She never turned her back towards him. Are you sure she wasn't just being overprotective? I'm sure that's all that's going on, and she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. Yeah, but if she was being overprotective, she'd have sat between us and him. She had her back to the window. That's interesting. If anyone should be afraid of anyone in that house, Reese should be afraid of his mom. I think you're both reading into things too much. Dr. Kelly is good people. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick. But it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting, and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. It's a possibility. It makes sense. We're not going to find out now, though, because this is the last chapter that's out so far. 4, 5, and 6 aren't out yet. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stares back as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Stella is right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. But I can't help but feel that I'm about to walk into a slasher movie. People in horror movies usually die because they don't fight back, or because they run away after tripping someone instead of delivering a finishing blow. You won't make that mistake. Enter the library. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Hey, Oscar, are you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in the library. It's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're just in time. Rosalina's situated in the back room. Alexis is going to keep her company while we hopefully get this all sorted out. I'd love for her to be able to sleep in her own bed tonight. How is she doing? She's not quite as chipper as she was when she was on stronger meds, but she's still doing surprisingly well. Alexis has been by her side non-stop. She's been a really good friend. Rosalina and I are both lucky to have her right now. I'm glad she's back home at least, and we'll be able to get her back into her real home in no time. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video cameras, blah 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 blah. Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, that is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready to go in a bug-out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying, and after last night I'm more than ready to try again. This whole town is one big supernatural death trap. Hopefully not a death trap. It's not like anyone's died. Yo, don't rush off ghost busting without Zane. No way was I gonna forget your promise, Stella. Zane, glad you can make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. I hope my house is big enough for 5 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and get started. It's through the back. Follow me. You and your companions grab some equipment from one of Stella's carefully stashed bug-out bags before heading towards the junction connecting Oscar's house and library. It looks like the sun has almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey! You're not doing this without me. If there's a ghost, I want to see it with my own eyes. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. I tried to stop her, but she was really convincing. Oh, hi, Zane. What's up? Yo. Rosalina? Rosalina, what the hell? You're seriously injured. Exactly. You should just rest. We'll have this taken care of in a few hours. I've done enough resting, and it's not like hobbling around in the library is any different than hobbling around our house. I miss being there. I miss feeling home. You shouldn't be hobbling around at all. Just take it easy until you're more healed. I've got to learn to walk around eventually. Might as well start while I'm still on pain meds. And our house is one story. It's not like I'm climbing Everest. Oscar sighs. The doctors did say I should encourage you to practice walking. Okay, you can come along. But if you get tired or if it starts to hurt, you let me know right away. Thanks, Dad. Now let's go get our house back. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls, and stacks of books sit comfortably on the wooden furniture. Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but it could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. I wonder if the ghost would even show with this many people around. Wait, is it just me, or does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does. I definitely feel that. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder. But that's normal, right? Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa, a genuine cold spot. I gotta snap a pic for posterity. Is that it? This isn't very scary. Wait, Rosalina, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it? I've only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him way before we moved out. I wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spend most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library. Even if there is something back there, I'm not scared at it. I'm mad at it. Y'all are so brave. I'd be terrified sleeping somewhere that might have a ghost. We're wasting our time here. Oscar said the ghost is in Rosalina's room. Yeah, but we don't have to rush there. I'm sure we can deal with it from out here, right? Stella, I've been meaning to ask. Do you actually know how to get rid of ghosts? How exactly are we going to get rid of it if we find one? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion, assorted holy books, a bunch of salt, and some jars. For ectoplasm. And if worse comes to worse, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards super cursed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something? I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost really has you freaked out. Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. That feeling again, like the mines, like the door to the clinic, a dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something is in this house, though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't quite sure. Well, this is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. Then your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count, and it just keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Let's get scientific about this. If you scrub the stain out a bunch, maybe it's part of the summoning ritual. If y'all are up for offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. Have you tried tearing up the carpet? In a house owned by the government? No, I'm not messing with their carpets. I'd rather scrub ghost blood out of the carpet every day than have the government take me to court for destroying their property. It could be a good idea, though. This could be a sign of structural damage, and I'm sure the government would rather know about it now than wind up with a bigger problem down the line, right? Plus, there might be something written under there in blood. Only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. Trap door? Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch, the floor around it stained in reddish brown. What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. We're going down there, right? Of course we are. This is even better than finding a message. But there's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Yeah, this is super haunted, alright. You've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. Y'all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever it is under that hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through the carpet, and it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's simple as that. It's a cellar made by ditchlings. It's a cellar made by something. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Maybe you tested it wrong? It can't be blood, right? Whatever it is, I need to know what's down there. I need to know what's been under my bed all these years. Yeah, there's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we've explored every nook and cranny. Have you considered that they may have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Uh-oh. Do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. You come into Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mold and earth. You feel claustrophobic. That's a good question, Amalga. You feel claustrophobic, as if you are in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. Whatever just happened was weird, but your friends are probably still in Rosalina's room. You head further into the house. Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Holy shit, Stella, you scared me. Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. All right, Edwardine, can you show me the way out? I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone, and you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. Oh my, I wouldn't want to cross Father. I shall be away at once. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to the Western Front, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. I know you still love me. You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. I'll get you out of here, Stella, I promise. She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room. You're alone again in the strange garden. You follow the narrow path through the foliage. As you step forward, a single door, standing solitary in the middle of the garden, appears before you. You walk up to the door and open it. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. A shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Junior, Junior, pack your things, quickly, hurry! Maybe we should run him out on a rail too, make an example of the whole family. Okay, I'll pack real good. Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were only children too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. I'm doing it. I'm packing. I'm packing. Please stop yelling. Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dolls might get burned up. And as for you, lady, what makes you think you're going to be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? Maybe the Spectre is trying to tell you something about the collapse. Maybe what happened 100 years ago wasn't as clear-cut as people would have you think. Are you trying to tell me something about the collapse? Was Charles Shaw not responsible for what happened? Trust me, boy, the coppers ain't coming here tonight. Now what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too, instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. Am I supposed to be you? It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these. It's good for him. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to learn to earn your keep just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. Alexis and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you behind in an empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. Before you have the chance to think, another door creaks open on what you thought was the ceiling. There you are. This is quite the maze, isn't it? And absolutely crawling with these miserable parasites. Bottom feeders. You try to get a bead on a good angle of attack, but the strange geometry of the room has you at a loss. I see you have a new veil. It's only a bit of cloth, easy enough to replace, though I ask you don't try to take it again, for your own sake. I don't think you want to see what's underneath. How did you get down here? I followed you in. I'm never very far behind. As he approaches, a smell hits you, sweating, suffocated flesh, with a tinge of the saccharine and stomach-churning scent of decay. Shall we find the end of this little maze? You walk past him and into the white void. You're outside, and it's night, a false moon looming in the painted sky. Wayne is gone. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of the pond. Unless your eyes are playing tricks on you, the shadow in the corner keeps getting closer. You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you, scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Everdeen, haven't you? If you're trying to scare me, it's not working. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family, and what it did to the two of you young'uns. Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? That's all I want. What should I do? I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you, but it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? What do you even know about my parents? The powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both go free. No more misfortune. Not for you, not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler. Kanika mimes handing you something, though her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. Something about this woman doesn't sit right. She must have some sort of ulterior motive. What's that about misfortune and stepping foot outside the holler? Is the town cursed? That's where you'll find them. You need her there. And then read what I've written down. And be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone. It's trying to get rid of me. I'll have to try harder. Are you Sam Wayne, or are you something else? The body that stands before you is Sam Wayne. Why are you following me? Clearly you need protecting. I'm just looking out for you. What's doing this? A resonant, a ghost, whatever it is you call it. The leftovers of a human existence festering and forgotten, feeding on any energy of more powerful beings to do this. Pathetic. What's going on in this town? I'm sure you'll be able to piece it together soon enough. I'd rather you find out on your own first, and that's the only way you can really know who to trust, and then I can finally tell you more. There is so much to discuss when that time comes. What are you? I'm a friend. Do you know the way out? I will soon, but in the meantime you have nothing to fear. I'm watching over you. I'm not worried about myself, I'm worried about my friends. The people you only met 2 days ago, I'm sure if something happens to them, you'll recover soon enough. It's not as if your bonds are strong enough to leave a mark when broken. That's absolute bullshit. Sometimes it only takes a couple of days, if even that. Anyway, continuing on. Once again you find yourself separated and alone. A long wooden corridor stands before you, littered with bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself to you, and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its center, looking pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. And sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. It's okay. I forgive you. Damn it, Junior, how many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back. Here we go with the whole Enoch thing again. You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept it, and he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still, they destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared, not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell the people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer. Alright, I won't let you down. Damn it, boy, I may not have till morning. Promise me, promise you'll go back, and at the very least show that Enoch bastard what for. I promise. You watch as Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. Such theatrics. What a waste of time. Why force you to see any of this? People always think their own experiences are so important, but does any of it matter? So you're still stuck here too. We keep being separated, but I have a feeling it'll be over soon. Then the exit won't be hard to find. Do you know what it's trying to tell me? Yes, and it's trivial. Don't worry yourself with it. Are my friends dead? They're alive, but I'm not sure if they'll stay that way. Then let's move on. Let's. You move back to the bed to quietly leave through the hole Oscar left behind and crawl through. For the first time, you and Wayne enter a new room at the same time. The two of you finding yourselves huddled under a large table. Stella stares through you as the indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. It's a gift. Take it. Just let the scene play out. There's no use trying to communicate, whether with the Resonant or your little friends. I'll try to keep it away from my brothers so they don't smash it, though I wish I could make it move like you can. And you can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. That's the plan, and maybe you can come with me and we can both avoid the horrible things that are going to happen in this town. Please don't engage with it while I try to find another door. A traveling show? And you'd want me there too? Oh, we could go to towns along the beach? I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. I wish I could go back in time to whenever this was and tell them everything I know. As if it would do any good. Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Wayne can get in another word. A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trapdoor in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. It opens. You feel a shove from behind and tumble through the hatch. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy together. Eddie? That happened. Wayne is gone once again. There's nothing here but you and the howling void. Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? She's not here, but my cousin Tabitha's the one you want. I haven't stepped foot in this town before a couple days ago. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die, please. I've been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years, to pay for the years that were taken from me. My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. Forfeit your years, and I will finally leave. And what happens if I refuse? Then I will stay. I will stay until I get what I'm owed. I don't understand. You will live a shorter life, and I will finally be satisfied. I will have justice. I will finally die. I will leave this house at last. How much shorter would my life be? This isn't for you to know, just as it wasn't for me to know. One day, sooner than you'd like, you will die. The sentence has been handed down. Make your choice. A smell hits you, that now familiar, wet, unwell odor. What an annoying pest you are, but you couldn't keep me out for long. It seems we've exhausted its power. Holding all these bodies hostage must have been quite taxing. Come along, Mallow. It's desperate, but it has no power over you. There's no need to bow to the will of such a frayed and broken consciousness. Leave it to fester. What about my friends? What happens to them if I just leave? They've already left. They're not a factor in this. Where will Oscar and Rosalina live if the ghost stays? Don't give years of your life for something so insignificant. You'd better make this count, Wayne. You don't need my help. Close your eyes. Feel for the stairs. Close your eyes and fumble in the darkness, reaching out your hands and grasping the air until your palm finds wood. It's the staircase. You can feel it under your hands. You begin your ascent. Good, you've made it out of the pit. His overpowering smell returns as you place a confident foot on the wooden floor of what you assume must be Rosalina's room. You open your eyes as you try to hold your breath. You feel a hand on your back. You shudder, knowing what it's attached to. Don't fall for it. Keep feeling your way forward. You continue. You feel the door frame under your palm, and then the sturdy walls of the hallway beyond. Wayne's palm continues to gently urge you forward. You stumble into the corridor between the annex and library. The real world is swimming back into focus. Good. The main doors are just ahead. You feel a shove as Wayne pushes you forward. You fall towards the entrance, your legs still unsure of the ground beneath you, and the doors fly open. You're outside. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. You made the right choice. It would have been so easy to fall for its tricks. I'm proud that you didn't. Be seeing you. He leaves before you can say anything in response. Thank God you made it out, Mallow. I went to get Mom when I realized you hadn't left the library with the rest of us. I figured if anyone knew what to do, it'd be her. I see someone beat me to the punch. It sounds like you've had quite the evening. Rosalina's pain meds are in there. I hope Dr. Kelly is still awake. We'll need replacements right away, especially after everything that just happened. And we'll have to figure out where we're going to stay. Oh God, this was such a disaster. You and Rosalina could always stay with us, Mr. Gutierrez. And that's a very kind offer, Alexis, but I'm afraid the stairs would be too much for Rosalina. And I wouldn't want to impose on your parents like that. It's a lot to ask. I can figure this out. I couldn't trust that ghost to uphold its end of the deal. It used all of you as puppets to try to get to us. Who's to say if it actually would have went away? Still, I don't know how I feel about there being this big dangerous space in town that we're just leaving there. But you're right, there's no way for us to know if that thing was trustworthy. And who knows what giving up years of your life to that ghost would have done to you. You made the right call, and I'm happy you're okay. It's just a house, and we don't even own it. I'm not going to ask anyone to sacrifice years of their life for the chance of getting a rental back from the government. I don't think the spirit was lying, but it's much stronger now than it was when you made your choice. If you went back in there, I can only imagine its demands of you would be that much steeper. There's no walking this back. You should take Alexis up on that offer. At least for tonight. Oscar sighs. You're right. I'm gonna peace out. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See you, Rosalina. See you, Alexis. Zane walks off down the road. To think that the ghosts are actually real. I mean, I know we don't have any hard evidence on us, but we all vividly experience the same thing. Stella's gotta be over the moon right now. Where is Stella? I kind of thought she'd be excitedly rattling off theories by now. Oh, she's just standing there, by herself. This isn't like her. Hey, Stella, are you okay? What? Oh. Yeah, I'm fine. I'll see you guys later. She hurries off down the road. Should we go after her? She didn't seem okay. Stella? I think she just needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes chasing after her. If anything, it'd just make her clam up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. I'm honestly surprised that she and Zane are the only ones heading out right now. You've all been through something awful, and each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. God, what a disaster this whole night has been. I had no idea it would turn out like this. I'm so sorry, everyone. Stop apologizing, Dad. We're the ones that don't have a house anymore. We don't even have the library. Were you all conscious the whole time? Everyone glances up at each other. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we remember everything. At least up until that guy showed up and snapped us out of it. Wayne, he's been following Mallow around. What did he say to you? We don't need to trouble Mallow for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble. There was another carving in there. I wonder if those things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. Yeah, I wonder. One is a coincidence, but two of them back-to-back nights? And if you and Stella are right, there's another one in the clinic. I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. Have you been finding carvings around town? I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There'll be plenty of time for that tomorrow. Do any of you know who you were supposed to be? No idea. There was no context. Nothing. But there was a weird feeling, like an overwhelming guilt. I was so angry. I was mostly just scared. I didn't feel any of those things. I don't know how to describe it. I felt powerful. I spent a lot of time with Wayne in there. Yeah, I noticed. We could smell him as soon as we snapped out of it. What happened? Did he hurt you? I don't know. I think he's harmless. He had plenty of opportunities to hurt me in there, but he didn't even touch me. He's never touched you yet. It's hard to find that reassuring. Like I said, let's not trouble Mallow about him. Just stay away, all of you. I guess I should probably head back. We should probably get going too. It's starting to get chilly out, and I don't want to keep Alexis's parents up too late. I'll be over later tonight with some bedding and hot tea, and I'll have Miles bring you groceries in the morning. Don't be a stranger, and let us know if you need anything, okay? I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, Mallow. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Cool. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. I'll walk you home after I finish getting Kanika her tea, but we can chat about what just happened. I'll just be a moment. You're too tired to say no. Sybil leaves. You make yourself comfortable for a few minutes while you wait. After everything that happened tonight, the normalcy of sitting on a quiet and empty road feels like a priceless treasure. I hope you don't mind, but I took the liberty to call your cousin and tell her about what happened tonight. She wasn't exactly thrilled to hear from me, but I think I blunted her anger as much as I could. Shall we head out for our walk? Time to go home. You once again find yourself on the long trek back up to the estate. The night feels cold, the crunch of leaves beneath your feet deafening in the quiet wilderness. Let's stop here for a bit. These old bones need a moment to rest. Edwardine killed Charles Jr., but it feels like I'm only scratching the surface of things. What has my family done? Is that what the spirit showed you? Your family built one of the most powerful coal empires in Appalachia. Those sorts of things don't come about without betrayal and bloodshed. And these are all assumptions, of course. I'm just an old woman who enjoys her tea, and the Scarlet Empire is far older than these rattling bones. If you want the bloody details, I'm afraid you'll have to find them yourself. Sybil, what is Wayne? It's like I said, he's just a man. He absolutely is not just a man. Ordinary men don't move like that. Ordinary men don't outclass you. Why the hell do you think I'd buy that after tonight? The smile briefly fades from her face. Language, Mallow. We don't use words like that around here. And to respond to your accusation, it's not exactly polite to share people's medical history. I may not have taken a Hippocratic oath, but I still respect the privacy of others. There's stitchlings everywhere. There are, and I'm afraid that they still would be this numerous even if you had managed to exorcise the spirit you encountered tonight. Its presence was merely a symptom of the rot in this place rather than its cause. People are unfortunately just going to have to get used to the sight of these things in the coming days. That's enough for me. Let's carry on for a bit. You're getting closer to the estate. One last rest and we'll get you home. Are you a witch? She laughs, surprised by your question. No, dear, though some might call me one. I'm just an old woman who fancies herself a bit of a healer. Look, after tonight I know that magic is real. Do you do it or not? What is magic, anyways? I just know some trade secrets passed along the family line. But it's no different than the child of a mechanic knowing what to do with an engine, or the child of a carpenter knowing how to build a makeshift chair. Wayne didn't want to make a deal with that ghost. Of course he didn't. Some people will never understand the kind of sacrifice that was laid upon the table tonight. If you'd gone through with the deal, it would have been an affront to everything he is. There was a stone carving of a goat's head and a pack of wolves in that basement. There was something similar in the mines last night, too. A circle of arms in chains. Both of them gave me visions. Was there now? That's quite an interesting development. Perhaps we can discuss these visions over tea. My grandmother had a special blend that supposedly helped with dreams and visions. I'll be sure to have some ready by tomorrow. Maybe it'll help us piece things together. Tea tomorrow sounds nice. Lovely. I'll be looking forward to it. Are you ready to get moving again? I am. The estate shouldn't be much farther. You and Sybil trek through the remainder of the woods and find yourselves on the outskirts of the estate. I'm looking forward to continuing our chat tomorrow once you've had some time to rest. Good luck handling Tabitha. I tried to soften her up over the phone, but there's only so much softening you can do with someone that prickly, bless her heart. Get a good night's rest, Mallow. You've earned it. Sybil heads back through the woods, leaving you alone to face Tabitha. I know, the ditchlings were everywhere. You open the door to the estate as quietly as you can, only to find your cousin anxiously pacing in the foyer. She's been waiting for you. I see that you finally decided to drag your sorry ass back here. I don't even know what to say. I've told you so many times to stay out of trouble, to keep me posted about where you are, to come home in a timely manner. What's the point of saying it all again? Clearly you just don't care how your actions affect me, and I don't know how to make you care. Tabitha, I need to talk to you about some stuff. Now is really not the time. Oscar's house was haunted by the ghost of Charles Shaw, Jr., who was murdered by Edwardine Scarlett. It wanted years of my life in exchange for leaving, but I wasn't about to give it what it wanted. Was there a gas leak in the library or something? Do you realize how ridiculous you sound right now? Where are they supposed to live, Tabitha? That ghost is our family's fault. I'm sure they'll figure something out. Odds are if they need a place to stay, I'll hear from them tomorrow. I think I've got a rental unit I can spare for a reasonable price. Even if I do get a call, you'd better not think that counts as proof you saw something. It's much more likely there was a gas leak than the ghost of someone our great-grandmother murdered. Wayne followed me into Oscar's house. Do you think mentioning that awful man is supposed to garner sympathy from me or something? So you do know him. Did I ever say I didn't? He's a creep from a bad time in my life, and I do my best not to think about him, which has become an increasingly difficult task. Whatever, bitch. Fuck you. I have nothing more to say to you. You're a twat. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly you're just there, buried under the musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. In the spirit of Charles Shaw, Jr., now commands the entirety of City Hall, a swirling void of wrath and despair that the people of this town will have to learn to ignore. Disaster looms its tallest yet over Scarlet Hollow. And this is the cinematic at the end of the chapter then, I guess. So, once it plays, I will go ahead and wrap up. And everybody, I will see you tomorrow. So stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Most importantly of all, stay weird. I will see you tomorrow. Good night.